right. So we're going to move on here. We're going to update our portfolios today. So it's really important that you tune in and follow along. And if you get ahead, just sort of be patient. And there'll be an opportunity for you to possibly finish early. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through each step. So again, just be patient. You should have your portfolio open. And I'm going to give you a link to this page where all the portfolios are. So if you click on that link in the chat, you will be taken to another website where your portfolios are all listed under block 2, and you can click on yours if you haven't opened yours for a while, okay? Okay, so what you want to do, let me let Gabriel in here. What you want to do is you want to format your Unit 3 page just like my page, okay? And I may have done this for a few people, but for the majority of you, yours does not look like mine. Yours looks different, okay? So the page we're on is 3, Unit 3. Human-centered design. So click on Unit 3 for your digital portfolio. And then what I'm going to do right now is I am going to paste this exemplar portfolio in the chat. And it's going to take you to this same page that I'm looking at. Basically, what you want to do is you want to make your Unit 3 page from top to bottom look just like mine, okay? And the way you can do that is just click on your sections, copy what's on my page, paste it into your page, okay? And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to create a breakout room. And if you can't do that and you need me to do it for you or help you, then you can go into the breakout room. And some of you already did this. Some of you already did this. If you did the Teachable Machine demo model and you went and updated your page, so you definitely may have already done this first section, but I want you to make sure your whole page is updated, just like mine, okay? Yeah, Unit 3 is for the AI machine learning unit. That's the unit we're in, okay? So you may already have a little bit of information here because you updated your site for the demo model. So if you did, that's great. But just make sure the rest of the page looks just like mine. So I will create a help room if you need it. So I'm going to give you about Let's try to take around 10 minutes to do this. It's really just a matter of copying and pasting. So I'm going to do Isabel's as an example, and if you want to watch, you can watch. I know I have like a million windows open right now. All right. So right now her page looks a little different than mine. Again, I made these pages a long time ago. So what I'm going to do is I have hers open and I have mine open. So she needs all this. I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to paste it here. And this part is called Teachable Machine Demo Model. Okay. So I know Isabel actually did the demo model, so she's going to fill this out. Okay. You can erase this. Okay, so the next section is empathize. I'm going to go to my site and I'm literally just going to copy and paste. Copy and paste. Okay. Next one is define. Define looks like this. And yeah, you guys don't really know what to write here yet. That's fine. We're just setting it up. We're setting it up. All right. So in the define section, you'll notice that I have 2 photos. You can always add that later. Okay, I'm really concerned about just making sure you have all the writing prompts there. And then the next section is ideate. So the ideate section is really, you don't have to write anything. You just have to follow the directions. So I'm gonna paste the directions for her. And you'll see on mine, I have this slide deck here. You don't have to insert that slide deck because it's already linked here for you guys when we get to that stage, okay? That's next week. So you don't have to mess around with this, just copy and paste my ideate section text to yours, okay? So after ideate, it looks like I have feedback loop section. So copy and paste. All right. Looks good. And then the next one is research. Copy, paste. Same for prototype. You don't need to try to do this right now. Just copy and paste the directions because there's links in the directions for you. Nico, I don't think you guys, I mean, you're literally just copying and pasting what's on my site. Okay, like that's all you're doing. You don't have to think. Here again, here's the link to my exemplar site. I think you may have come in a little late. So here it is again, that's the exemplar site. And we're just, yeah, yeah, you're confused because you came in here late. So, literally, I'm just going through my site and I'm using Isabel's as an example. She just got lucky today. All right, test feedback loop, it looks like this. Copy it, paste. And then if we look here, I don't have the spreadsheet inserted. That is not, I kind of changed my mind about that. So you can just delete that section. Okay. So Isabel's looks good now. It's basically, I mean, it has her style because she changed the colors and made it all pretty. But in terms of the prompts, it's there. So I'm going to hit publish for her. Okay, and then after she's done with that, I mean, you guys can have, you still have time to keep doing the copying and pasting. Here in this section, when you are ready to update this section, you should have a video of either yourself or a friend or a family member using it. Okay, so this needs to be a video here. Here's where you copy and paste the link to your project. So if I go to Classroom, I'll just do this for Isabel really quick. So I'm just stealing the link that she put in for when she turned it in. And I'm going to paste it here. And then Isabel might need to actually record a video of her using it or record a video of someone else using it. And then when she's done, okay. In terms of inserting the video, it's the same as you guys have always done. You just hit the plus sign and you insert a video from Drive. So you need to upload your video from Drive. Okay, so if I go to my Drive, I don't have those videos. I have a bunch of like probably 3 o'clock news videos. Let me see. Let's see here. I'm just going to find a video for an example. Okay. So your video needs to be in Drive. Angel, this is for you because you asked me and anyone else. Just as a reminder, you hit plus from Drive. It's going to open up your little panel here and you find the video and then insert. Okay. And I'll show you an example of someone who did this already. But I'm going to give you guys about 5 more minutes to update your site with all of the prompts, copying and pasting. Okay, and if you're ahead and you've done that already, you can work on definitely updating this top section. Okay. And then I'll move on to the next part, okay? I know everyone's on somewhat different timelines, but we all got to get this done today, okay? So we're on step 1 right now. We're just copying and pasting. I'm going to keep my eye on the help room. So if you need help from me, please go into the help room. Sorry, my dog. All right, guys, take like 2 more minutes to make sure that all your sections are updated. If you can do this right now, it's going to save you time, and it's going to allow you to know exactly what to do for each step of the project, and you won't feel lost. Okay, so it's important just to copy the format right now. Yep, you're copying and the instructions are basically what I'm asking you to do, so you can follow them. Okay, before I tell you what the next step is, and some of you again have already finished this step, I just want to alert you to like the fact that I use red text and black text. This may, a lot of you already understand this, but the red text is like things that you can delete after you update, okay? The black text is really like prompts for you to answer, okay? It's like if I gave you a worksheet and you were just writing the answers in, okay? So I would just keep the black text as you're working through this over the next couple weeks. The red text is like, do this, insert this, fill this in, okay? All right. So you've copied and pasted the text for all of the sections. All right. So step 2. Ideally, you should have already updated that first post with your Teachable Machine demo work that you did over spring break. And if you didn't update it, that's okay. You just need, that's like on your to-do list, okay? So I'll show you an example of someone who's done this already. And again, I'm talking about this section up here, okay? Your section doesn't have to be green like mine. I just made it that way. So most of you turned in this demo model already. And now, if you haven't already, you want to answer these questions. And you want to upload a video of your model being used. And I just helped Angel clarify this. He was a little confused, which is totally fine. Because he's like, I already did the demo. I already gave you the link. So what do you want a video of? And what I want is like a very short video, like 10 seconds, 30 seconds of someone actually using the model. So that could be you filming your, little brother or sister or someone in your house using the model you made. It could be you could record someone on Zoom using it. One of your friends or something. You could, last resort is you just screen capturing, if you know how to do that, screen capturing yourself using it, okay? So this part should be a little video. And I believe Tatiana already did that. So you can look at hers. Okay. So she inserted this picture of what Teachable Machine is. That's not a requirement, but she just did that. That's her style. She wanted to give some more information, which is great. And then she has a video here. Okay. And then she has her writing here. Her format, her writing, like the way it's set up, looks a little different than mine. And that's, again, that's fine, as long as she just follows the instructions, okay? So she has a little video here, 11 seconds. Okay. So super short video of someone using it. Again, this is a demo model, so it's not like groundbreaking, right? It's just basically like she started this, she learned how to do it, okay? So I'll put her link in the chat so you guys can also see that as a reference. So again, what you should be doing is making sure that that first post is updated. All right, I'm going to go to the help room to help someone. I'll be right back. So I'm going to clarify something that I got a good question, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So I checked on a few people's, and you're doing great with like updating your site like mine. Hold on, let me pick it up again. So most people have the format done now. Again, don't worry about these slide decks. Just make sure there's a space for them. So you're just copying and pasting all the directions. So I'll point out Alejandro because he asked a good question. He's like, okay, I copied and pasted all of this, but I have no idea what to write here. You guys don't need to write anything for these sections if I haven't explained them, okay? This page is for the whole unit. So by the end of April, you'll have it done. okay? I'm just having you set it up now because then you're done with it. Like you're done with the formatting. You know what to do if you get a little ahead. All right, so just stick with me. After you copy and paste all of the sections and you have basically the skeleton done of this unit page, what you want to do is focus on this top section. And this is, again, this assignment was the demo model. It has nothing to do really with the rest of the project. It's only showing me you know how to use Teachable Machine in a very basic way, okay? It's like if Mr. Keating was having you do a watercolor project for a unit, I know for a fact, he has you guys like practice gradients, and he has you mix colors, and he has you do like a color wheel, right? So this is kind of like that. It's preparing you to do the big project, okay? So right now we're just focusing on this top section and making sure the whole format matches up. Okay, and I know Matthew and Brandon, you guys came in late, so that's what we're doing. We're just making sure this top section's updated, and then you can go into my exemplar site and copy and paste all of the prompts. Okay. So again, let's take a couple more minutes and work. I'll keep my eye on the help room. A couple more minutes to keep catching up. Okay. I'm going to walk you through the last part of today. And even if you're not done with either the Teachable Machine demo assignment, like you never did that, there's a few people who never did that. And even if you did and you're still uploading, updating that section, I would still pay attention to what I'm saying, because anyone can do this next section, particularly if you've been in class this week, okay? And again, we're like working on this page for the project throughout this whole month, okay? All right. So the third step is to complete the empathize section. And you should have, copied and pasted these directions, so you have them there on your site. There's 2 questions. And the way you want to do this is you will kind of want to start reflecting on all this information that you've been working through this week. We went through a ton of information, okay? We went through a ton of projects that were on the Google AI website, and some people presented the projects to us, and we spent time playing with the experiments and all of that. And then you guys also worked on a matrix where you put your own ideas, okay? And some of you still might be working on that. And then in addition, yesterday, we took a little dive into the ethical issues around AI and machine learning, okay? So you've got a ton of ideas in your brain. Yesterday as well, we watched, if you remember, we talked about Baymax this week. We talked about, I'll show you guys this again without the volume. We saw this video where they were talking about the farmer family whose son created a model where it helped his parents sort, cucumbers. So we got a bunch of ideas in your head, okay? And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make sure you have access to those documents. You do. I'll show you where you get access. Hold on. So the empathize section is all about taking the idea of empathy with all this inspiration that you've gotten this week and kind of figuring out what are you interested in? Okay. You can leave the prompts there, Anika, good question, okay? You can delete red. So you can delete red text and keep the black text. This section is really just about okay, what are you interested in? Who are you interested in? I am not asking you to tell me what you want your project to be, okay? And when you're thinking about, a specific person or group of people that you want to that you're interested in helping through this project, it can be a lot of different options. It can be groups of people who have a specific need, people you're connected to through culture, shared experiences, those with different abilities, your siblings, your parents or grandparents, community members, maybe your teacher or an advisor. Those with different abilities, I already said that, that's a duplicate. Someone in your neighborhood, someone you see working in your neighborhood who you could help, right? And again, you're thinking of big ideas, fun ideas, okay? And when you're trying to think of like, okay, who or what do I empathize with? You want to think in terms of like, what are you curious about? Do you possibly have a feeling of mutual understanding? What are you interested in? And do you have like a willingness to learn more and understand about this topic or about these people? Okay. So, excuse me. So again, you're going to go to your page and it asks, what design opportunities, also known as problems, interest you and why? Whose experiences do you have empathy for or are curious about and why? Sometimes we think of like empathy in terms of like a dictionary definition, but empathy in a design sense, as a designer, you don't necessarily have to know all the information about someone to empathize with them as a designer. You don't have to live their life. It's like, are you willing to learn? You can still empathize with them, okay? So really think. You want to think about all of the stuff we've already done. There's a link to the stuff we've already done here if you copied and pasted it, okay? So you can just click on it. It'll take you to all the stuff we've done. I'll bring up some documents for you. So you have them right now as a reminder. So if you click on that link, it'll take you here to this bookmark. And you can actually see, let me make sure you have access. Yeah, you can actually see Block 3's work too. So you can go and look at their ideas. Okay, so this was the sheet that we took notes on existing projects. This was Block 3's. So you could say, oh, I'm really interested in like how people interpret music or use music, right, as a communication tool. Or I'm really interested in learning how to help my city or help a city improve. Maybe you are a future civil engineer, right? So this pothole machine learning work really interests you. So you can go straight to a project on here and be like, hey, that project really interested me. I want to do something like that. I know you're not going to copy it, but it's still a point of interest for you, right? You're curious. You empathize with the people who it's helping. The other thing we did, and again, I'm just showing you Block 3 because it's new for you. The other thing we did was put ideas down. So you can look at everyone's ideas. And it's great if you're like, hey, I looked at Block 3's, I looked at Jocelyn's idea in Block 3, and that was super interesting to me. I'm interested in that topic. It's a collaborative space. You guys can use what other people have written down. So right here, empathize. I am really focused on this, especially for people who are like caught up with stuff. I'm really looking for you to work on this section right now, okay? Yeah, if you put down an idea this week on the sheet on the matrix and you love it, then go for it. Be like, you know what, this is what I'm empathizing with. These are the opportunities. But right here is like, you haven't really decided exactly what your project is going to be yet. You're just telling me in general, what are you interested in? You can have like 2 topics or 3 topics or 10 topics. You could have 1, but I think it's better to start a little broader. Okay. And then I'm just kind of responding to the questions in the chat. So empathize is the section where you're speaking about what opportunities are out there that interest me. What are these problems that are interesting to me? Maybe they're problems that got brought up in an existing project that we already looked at, right? Or maybe it was something you thought of yesterday or the day before. And then the second question is actually about people. Like, what kind of people, whose experiences do you have empathy for? Do you have empathy for, or are you interested in learning more about, you know, the groups of people who are suffering extreme racism and discrimination right now, or who have suffered in the past? Are you interested in people who have a definitely different physical experience than you and what they can do? Are you more interested in like people your own age, which is very, you know, expected? So this is a what question and this is a who question. And this is really important to me, okay? So it might not come to you immediately, but I want you to get this done, okay? By next week. Empathize, empathize, okay? So I'm gonna just stop talking for a couple minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes. I'll keep my eye on the help room. And if you have any more questions in the chat, please let me know. All right, everyone, I'm going to let you know what you do for the exit ticket, and just, you may feel like you're behind. You may feel like you're not. But there is like a bare minimum of what you need to turn in today, okay? So on the exit ticket, which I'll show you in a minute, everyone is gonna give me a link to their site. Preferably give me a link to your Unit 3 page, okay? Make sure you hit publish so it's updated. So give me a link to your Unit 3 page on the exit ticket. And at the bare minimum, everyone should have their Unit 3 page formatted like mine in terms of like prompts and instructions, okay? Hopefully, you've updated your Teachable Machine demo section like Tatiana's, okay? And maybe even you're working or have completed the Empathize section, okay? That would be great. But at the bare minimum, it should be formatted just like mine, okay? If you want to work over the weekend and start working on the define section and have me look at it on Tuesday, I can definitely give you feedback and let me know you're on the right track, or let you know if you're on the right track, but don't feel like you need to do that, okay? I'm going to look at your exit ticket today, and I'll give you a comment, either like you're all good, great job, you're all up to date, or I might give you a little homework. So just check it. I'll email you guys an update, but check it after school ends, because that'll be your homework. I usually just like give you a heart or like something, but I'm actually going to write like a little to-do list for the people who need it, okay? So let's do our exit ticket now. I'm not going to check your site until after school, okay? Probably around 4 o'clock because I have meetings. So you can go ahead and paste a link to your Unit 3 page. And if you update it, you know, later today, I'll still be able to look at it, okay? So I'm going to put it in the chat. Some people already did it. Great. Give me a nice little link to their page. And don't panic. I'm not going to click on it for a couple hours, but at least it's there. And then I'll send you an email reminder like, hey, look at the exit ticket. I may have left you homework. All right. So paste your link. As soon as you do that, you can go. And I will see you next week. Thanks for hanging in there. Bye. Thanks for asking questions, everyone. Okay, I'm going to check out Angel's site here, help him out. Oh, this is a wrong Angel, wrong Angel. All right, so he's got his writing here. Great. Let me see if let me try to find it. Oh, you sent me 2 videos, Angel?
No, just one.
Oh. Okay, so insert. So when you did this, did a message pop up or something?
Yeah, it said this image is not supported by the website.
Oh,
And then it also said like it was too large.
okay. Well, I'm gonna keep your site open and just keep my eye on it. Okay.
Okay.
If it is too big, then just upload it to YouTube, and then the way you do that is just click on the YouTube option.
Yeah.
But it should, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what it says, and then I'll let you know. But you can leave, and then I'll just give you an update later.
Okay, and should I go check it out maybe like 30 minutes so I can publish as an exit ticket?
Here, I'm gonna hit publish anyway. And just give me a link to your exit ticket anyway, because it's gonna, even if you keep updating your site, whenever I click on that link, it's gonna give me the most updated version. So it doesn't really matter. So go ahead and put your link right now, so at least you get credit for posting it. Okay.
Okay. I don't have the new link for the Padlet. I just have the old one.
Right here.